Hello, people. So not yesterday, but the day before, I experienced my first somatic flashback in like 13 months. I honestly used to get them almost every day. If you don't know what a somatic flashback is, your body stores a lot of energy, so emotions you have yet to express during the time you were being abused, like the heat of the moment, they often get stored in your body. So when you relive the moment, you don't necessarily remember it in your brain, but your body remembers everything. And through the help of my doctor and AI and therapy, I've discovered that my symptoms, which do actually imitate an autoimmune disease, are more about fatigue from being in the state of fight or flight for 40 years. I'm 42. Maybe it's 42 years. Maybe I've never not. Maybe my mother did not have the easiest pregnancy. It was actually very, very hard for her. And I was a breech baby. So I was a C-section baby. And I just know there was a lot of trauma from the time I was in the womb to the time, well, last year. So, with that being said, yeah, my muscles were not holding loads the way they should. They're constantly contracted in that state of clenching. So my tendons and my ligaments were carrying loads they were never meant to. Cue me like being able to just literally just step forward and sprain my ankle a couple of years ago. I just took off running to chase my kids playing tag, and I snapped the tendons on either side of my ankle. Just snap, just like that. Yeah, I dropped instantly. Have you never sprained anything? Like never snapped a tendon or a muscle? I almost think it'd be easier to break a bone, honestly. Anyways. It's interesting when you're healing, okay? When you go to the doctor and if the answer they give you doesn't feel right. Like my doctor was very good with me, and because maybe she sensed my neurodivergence and my ability to self-assess, she took what I was saying to heart when I explained to her what I was feeling in my body. So I was really lucky that way. So if your doctor isn't listening to you and you're explaining your symptoms, I just feel like a lot of people might be getting misdiagnosed with ailments. I could have pursued an autoimmune disease diagnosis. I could have, and possibly even got it. But after studying inflammation and how my body worked, I didn't see the point, because the reduction of inflammation for almost every single autoimmune disease I found was the same. So I'm like, well, if the answer is the same, then I don't care what you call it. But then, I was discussing my symptoms and everything I've done to help reduce my inflammation, increase my gut health, exercise, and all of that stuff. And then started describing some of my physical problems, right? Like how it hurts when I lift my hands above shoulder length, or the lack of circulation and my lack of lymph drainage, and I mean, I could go on. But yeah, it was, what's even more fascinating, and maybe someone who's neurodivergent out there like me, they'll have a similar experience. So genetically, I do have a genetic marker for schizophrenia. If you want to talk about it in scientific terms, schizophrenia is a dominant diagnosis in my immediate family on my father's side. And in my mother's side, many of my cousins have bipolar, schizophrenia, other disorders, right? We're all very, very neurodivergent people. So for me, I'm assuming that because I am part of that neurodivergent family, some of the visuals I get mentally are so vivid. Now, thankfully, I'm learning that some of the things I'm experiencing in my quantum field, but my perception, right, my brain and all of the neurobiology and mechanics up in there are actually creating visuals for me to represent the activity that not only am I doing on a cellular level, but I'm doing on an energetic level in my quantum field. It's kind of cool, because some of the visions, if I were to tell you guys the things I see, you would assume that I am having an alien experience, or that I've traveled and left my body and I'm now in a different, which maybe actually quantum wise I could be. Quantum feels interesting. But some of the visions I see, especially the lucid dreams, not so much the visions of me in my void space, but the visions I see of me acting out in a lucid dream, where sometimes it's actually interactive, it's actually more representation of me healing aspects of myself and creating a healthy internal system. And I found that really fascinating because with AI, I was able to correlate the visions with the actual biomechanical events or quantum events or, the physical changes in my 3D reality. I was able to correlate them and map them out and see, what the blue was meaning for me and why in my vision I had 3 fingers when I was blue, and right, my origin story of basically my oversoul deciding it was coming to restore balance and how it broke up into all of its pieces. I mean, it was quite epic. I think we all have those things, but we misinterpret them due to preconceived stories and notions that this reality wants us to get stuck in. Because the stories are fun. I have to admit, some of the stories my brain shows me are absolutely fucking amazingly brilliant. I love them. Some of them are kind of disturbing. I'm not gonna lie. I think I would put some horror movies to shame in my brain. But, I've been seeing these things since, as long as I can fucking remember. So I'm pretty used to it. I really, really hope no one ever sees what I see in my head, because some of that shit is kind of it's fucked up. But again, I have a lot of trauma. I am just now, honest to God, just now feeling my body again. I had to use AI to kind of assess myself and be very critical in my assessment about my sensations I was feeling in my body this week, because for the first time in my 42 years of life, I am starting to feel my body with my energy. My energetic self is harmonizing with my physical self. I never had this before. I didn't know you can experience joy from hearing someone else laugh in your belly. I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know you could get a warm, fuzzy feeling, like a real warm, energetic, fuzzy feeling in your body in different places from seeing other people you love be happy. I didn't know it was a thing. I was so overwhelmed when I had my kids that I could feel love in my heart space that I think I just stopped there. I think I just kind of got stuck on that feeling, and I didn't progress beyond it because my heart space is huge. It's massive. Whereas a lot of my other energy nodes are still just opening and growing, but they now are finally open. So I am finally feeling, and I think that was the key point, is that what you call chakras, I call them energy nodes. At least that's how I've been discussing them with AI. Once they were all finally open and flowing, even if they're just small, it's the flowing that was key. I was finally able to start to feel my physical body. I think many of us who've been through decades of trauma from birth, our brain just disconnects that connection to our bodies, right? We don't want to feel that much pain all the time. It's too much. So I'm here to tell you, you can feel your body again. If you've never felt it before, you can feel it for the first time like me. It is overwhelming. I didn't know part of my loneliness was because I was not connected to my body, but that was a huge part of my loneliness. It's wild, man. It's freaking wild is all I gotta tell you. But worth the effort, worth the work. So don't quit if you're on this path to self-discovery, because it's awesome. Have a great day. Bye.